How to add subscriptions to your Shopify store. What's up guys, my name is Krause and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to actually add subscriptions onto your Shopify store. Now usually by default, if we're going to create a new product right here, there is basically no option to right away add a subscription onto your product. Now in today's tutorial I'm going to show you a free option of actually change that, and I'm going to show you how to integrate subscriptions and recurring payments onto your Shopify store. So without further ado, let's get started. To get started, head over to the settings right here on the bottom left and then navigate to apps and sales channels and then open up the Shopify App Store. So just look for subscription right here on top, and then as you can see you are going to have quite a lot of different options right here, like for example recharge, Shopify, App Store. Now most of these are going to be paid. If you for example are going to click on recharge right here, as you can see there, this is going to start at $99 actually, which actually is quite a lot. There are also free variants out there and free options like App Store for example, or I think Shopify is also completely free. However, I would actually recommend you to simply just go with the normal Shopify subscription apps. As you can see, this is directly made from Shopify, so you won't have to pay any additional fees for this, and this is also going to seamlessly integrate onto your store within a few clicks. So just make sure to click on install right here. Are you struggling getting consistent sales on your dropshipping store? Well, with the partner of today's video, Viral E-commerce, you can actually get yourself proven to convert ad creatives. Now, Viral E-commerce is the #1 dropshipping based video editing platform, and they've actually generated over $30 million in sales for their customers. They've created over 50,000 ad creatives in the past and already have worked with big names in the industry like Sebastian Giorgio, for example. Now with Viral E-commerce, you're going to get a lot of different ad packages dependent on where you actually do want to promote your product on. For example, my favorite package actually would be this TikTok split testing package right here. However, they actually also do have packages for promoting your product on Snapchat, on Meta. They also do offer image ads, TikTok shop ads, UGC ads, and so on. Alright, let me now show you an example to give you guys a better idea on how this is going to look like.
Have you ever seen those mesmerizing LED light painting and wondered how it's done? The secret's out. It's the light painting. Unleash your creativity and create stunning visuals in no time. Dive into the world of light painting today. Get all the details by clicking the link below.
So as you can see, the quality is pretty good, and additionally you are also going to get unlimited revisions for all of your ad creatives. Now I would actually recommend you to go for a split testing package, just so that you are going to get multiple ad variations for your product, which you can then split test and so on. Now as for the actual price, Viral E-commerce is super affordable. However, I will actually also leave you a link down below, which is going to give you an additional 15% off all of your purchases using the code Krause. And then you are going to be redirected to the installation tab. Right here, just make sure to actually give this app all of the access that it has to get. So just click on install, and then this is going to take a couple of seconds. Okay, as you can see right here, now this successfully got installed onto your Shopify store. And now we will have to go through some simple steps. So first of all, we will have to create our subscription plan. Now we can do so by simply just clicking on this create plan button right here, and this will then redirect us to the plan section right here on the left, where we can create our first subscription plan. So in this case, I'm just going to rename this to, I don't know, I'm just going to make this up on the go right now. I'm just going to name this monthly hoodie. As for this tutorial, we are going to create a subscription for a test product on my store, which would be a hoodie. However, obviously this is going to differ depending on what kind of products you're going to choose, what kind of products you want to sell, and so on. Now, as for the purchase option title right here, you can actually change this. You can customize this to your likings. So in my case, I'm just going to rename this to subscribe and get 10% off. I don't know. You can also leave this at the default. However, I would actually recommend you to basically customize this depending on your product. So if you, for example, are going to sell a beauty product, you can, for example, rename this to get your monthly supply of this and that, and so on. And then right here, as for the products, we will actually have to select the product that we want to add this to. Now, in this case, as I've already said, I'm going to use this oversized zipper right here, as I don't really have any other product added that could make the job in this case. So I'm just going to use this as an example. And then as for the discount and delivery, as you can see right here, first of all, you can actually deselect the offer discount option right here, which would actually mean that the customer isn't going to get any upside in buying more products. Now, usually I would recommend you to just leave this turned on and to then actually give the customer something in return. Obviously, the most common thing would be percentage off. You can also say that you are going to put in an amount off as well as a flat rate. However, I'm just going to leave this as percentage off. And as we've already put in right here, I'm going to put in 10% off all of the other products. And as for the delivery frequency, now by default, this is actually set to weeks, which I think is kind of misleading. There aren't really a lot of products where your customers are going to basically need your stuff weekly. Rather, in most cases, you will probably change this to months. However, you can actually also add a new option onto this so that you're basically going to serve both purposes essentially. So if your product can also be purchased weekly, you can also add this right here. You can then also change up the delivery frequency. So if you do want to say, okay, my products should get shipped out 2 times per month, you can just put that in right here. And then they are going to have the option to actually get your products 2 times each month automatically. Then just make sure to click on, we have to put in the percentage off right here. Then just save this. And now we do have the first subscription plan added. We can now actually opt out of this. And if I'm now going to continue, basically right here, you will then have to import your data. Now, if you already do have existing subscription contracts, you will basically have to import those through an Excel file, through a CSV. This is going to be super simple. Just make sure to actually do this. And then you will have to actually install this widget on your store to actually display the subscription and the recurring payment option on your store. So just click on install widget, and then right here on the left you will have to actually make sure that this is enabled. So as you can see right here, the subscription widget is going to be added. However, make sure to right here under app embeds on the left, make sure that subscription widget right here is actually enabled. Otherwise this isn't going to be showed, and otherwise basically this isn't going to be an option for your customers. Always make sure to actually turn this on. There are a lot of guys that actually don't do this, and then they do write in my comments why it isn't working. This is most of the time the case, so make sure this is turned on and then just save this right here. We're then going to opt out of this. Basically, as for the other process, you can also allow your buyers to manage their subscription by turning this on. And this will basically allow customers to then, via a menu, organize and basically customize their subscriptions. I would actually recommend you to do this if you do have a kind of weird or a kind of, I would say, a complex structural plan. Then I would recommend you to turn this on. Otherwise, you are most likely just going to be better off to just leave this turned off. And then as for the customized notifications, right here you can actually view the notifications of this app, and you can then actually customize these depending on your likings. So as you can see right here under customer notifications, we can then search for, I guess it would be under subscription. Yeah, right here. As you can see right here, we can then see all of the different subscription notifications that the customer is going to get. We can basically turn this on or basically turn this off, and we can also customize them right here. So if you do want to change this up, you can do so by simply just clicking on edit code, and then you can change this. So if you, for example, do want to change this manage your subscription option right here, you can change this to, I don't know, change your subscription. There aren't a lot of use cases where I would actually recommend you to change this up. However, still you are going to have the option to do this. And actually, I would recommend you to also set up, I would recommend you to either way also set up this allow buyers to manage your subscription option, as this is going to be super useful. You can do this by simply just turning this right here on, manage subscriptions. And now this is going to be on for all of the different customers. And they're then going to have the option to actually customize customize and enter subscriptions within a page. So if we're now going to view our online store, as you can see right here, this would be our store. And now we do have this purchase option right here available, a one-time purchase or a subscribe and get 10% off. And then we do have two different options, delivery every 2 months, 10% off, delivery every week, or also 10% off. And we can now simply just add this onto our cart right here. Now basically my product page kind of is messed up as I did this in another tutorial, but for you everything is going to be correctly aligned. And then right here, if we're going to click on the cart, we can see this right here, and the delivery option right here is also going to be shown. And finally, customers are also going to have the option to manage their subscription using this link right here. And as you can see, this is then going to be basically just a login page where they will have to log in through their email, and they can then actually manage their subscription using this login form right here and using the panel essentially. We all know that starting a successful Shopify store can be super hard. That's why I'm right now giving out my Shopify course for completely free. Now you're going to learn everything needed to actually streamline your Shopify success in that exact course. So make sure to click on the link down below to get started.